Defeats are far less forthcoming for Stoke City since the arrival of Mark Robins in January, but more than a month into his tenure with the Potters, and the bottom three in the Sky Bet Championship are hardly out of sight just yet. There may be a chance to come away with 3 points today, though, on the road. Stoke come to Carrow Road to take on Norwich City this afternoon. The Canaries haven't exactly been singing with their recent run of form, without a win in 3 in the league, despite Josh Sargent finding 5 goals in his last 5 appearances. Lewis Baker is back after his wonder goal in his 100th appearance for the Potters against Swansea, while Marcelino Nunez is back for the Canaries into their midfield 3. It's a lovely run by Borja Sainz, and that's just about going to dribble into his path, and he's got support on the overlap too. And here's an opportunity for the opener as Nunez drags it wide of the target. What a welcome return that would have been to the starting 11 for the Chilean midfielder. It all comes from that touch that allows Borja Sainz to get right onto that ball. Nunez perhaps goes a little too wide, just can't find the target. Sent long by Johansson. He's going to come right back the other way. Nice and quickly too. It's a lovely threaded ball down the centre, and an opportunity once again, and this time Norwich have the breakthrough. Lewis Dobbin just happy to sit and settle on the edge of the area, and his second goal for his new club gives the home side the breakthrough. The man that wasted his earlier opportunity, Nunez, feeding it into his path, and that is far too easy in front of the Stoke defensive line. A quick step away from Chamadou and Ashley Phillips, and the goal was gaping. Given away in the heart of the pitch, Pearson sends it forward. It's a neat ball inside as well. Lewis Baker's onto it, and it's 2-2 for him. Right before half-time, Stoke City needed something, and they found it through their attacking midfielder once again. Question marks about the lackadaisical nature in which possession was given away. Baker, quick as a flash, just down the centre. It's a very good first touch. It's not a bad second either. Just wonder perhaps if there was a little bit of extra contact, just as Shane Duffy gave the ball away. It doesn't matter now though. It's one apiece right before the break. Just when you worried that Stoke City were going to let this game get away from them, that goal just before the interval certainly breathed new life into the equation. Mahovo. Bit of room for Borja Sainz once again to drift across, and this might fall here for Josh Sargent on the turn. Well, I suppose you'd say turned on a dime rather than a sixpence for the American, as he just whipped his body around and with the right boot tucked it home. 6 in 6 now for perhaps the man who is the most prolific goal scorer in the Sky Bet Championship at the moment. Comes to him in a rather unorthodox manner, but it's relatively routine with the finish. He's had a hand in 15 goals in his last 17 starts for the club, Josh Sargent. Slimani gets it wide. Plenty of time and space to measure the delivery. It comes all the way across. Mahovo strikes! Set up to be hit. A teenager seeing the bouncing ball come across his path. It's a very good save, that, by Victor Johansson. Duffy careless once again. And our Stoke going to punish Norwich once again. Baker rounding the goalkeeper and tucking it home. And it's not going to count. Well, Lewis Baker incensed that the flag has been raised against him. Who is the last touch off here? Is it off the defender? Or is it off Ali Al-Hamadi? Might get a better look. I think it does come off the centre forward last, which is why it's the correct decision from the official on this near side. Sargent. Support on the overlap. Finding space, finding room, and finding a wonderful strike for his second and his side's third today. And that may well be curtains for Stoke City. He just shows so much composure around the top of the box here. It's a lethal left-footed effort, though, that swirls into that top corner. And the centre-forward's now on a hat-trick, and considering the form he's in, you wouldn't bet against him finding one today. Borja Sainz tries to keep the move going. He's now upended. Still no whistle. Play continues as the yellow shirts swarm. There's space on this near side. Oh, it takes a deflection! Well, it's going to be celebrated by the teenager, but I think that's going to go down as an own goal against Junior Chamadou. A shake of the head from the 21-year-old defender. 2 goals in 7 minutes have completely killed this game as a tie. It's so unlucky, and there is no chance for Johansson to keep that out. Off the underside of the boot to the right back. And over the goalkeeper's head. Norwich lead 4-1, and it's going to be a comfortable finish, you feel, to this one. Perhaps wants to get his name properly on the score sheet as Sargent goes looking for the hat-trick. He's denied by Johansson, who smothers from point-blank range. Cleared away by Manhoof, but that perhaps should have been Josh Sargent walking away with the match ball. He got the toe on it, and I think he thought that was all that would be needed. Impressive goalkeeping once again from the Swede. Slimani. Support to his left, and he will use it, and they're queuing up looking for the finish. And how on earth does that stay out? Schwartau almost underneath the crossbar, and he still finds a way to send it over. Could have been a cricket score today. Chamadou inside. Runners down this right flank. Phillips continuing to push and try and support the attack. Lovely fancy footwork by Miljan Manhoof, who goes down inside the area, and that's going to be a penalty. There wasn't a lot of contact, but there was certainly enough according to the official. Just gets that right leg taken away by Duffy. Baker against Gunn. Tucked home. Comfortable penalty. Easily finished off. It's 2 for him. It won't mean too much to him, though. Overall, it's going to be a rather bad day at the office for Lewis Baker. But at least he has 2 more goals to his goal-scoring tally for the season. That'll do it here at Carrow Road. Norwich City back to winning ways once again after 3 games without a victory in the Sky Bet Championship, and it's come in rather emphatic fashion. Josh Sargent had 2 today. It could have been perhaps a hat-trick for him when he squandered an opportunity late on for his 3rd and his side's 5th. Lewis Baker had 2 strikes for the Potters on their travels, but it will be little consolation with a hefty defeat handed to them. It finishes Norwich City 4, Stoke City 2.